stinger in the end. What's the message to this group in the locker room?
There was no message. These guys will bounce back. They'll be just fine. So two tough ones. I take the responsibility on this one tonight. I put a freshman in a really tough spot there with Buxton in the 8th. I got a lot of confidence in that kid. He's got really good stuff. You know, looking back, you know, I'll take the heat for that one. Putting him in a really tough situation. Not saying he can't get that done. That's why I brought him in there. I thought he could, but that's a tough situation to bring a freshman into. But you know, I have a lot of confidence in the kid, so it bit us a little bit tonight.
What do you hope he learns from tonight's outing?
I mean, you see, you know, after the homer, you know, he settled in and made guys look silly. I just got to be able to do that with guys on base. You know, that's why I kind of brought him in right there. But he's got really good stuff, and it just made a mistake to that kid, and that might have been his first at bat of the year. But you know, like I said, 2020 hindsight, a tough situation to bring a freshman in.
Jack settled in after that first inning. What adjustment did you see from him after that first?
He was outstanding. 11 punch outs and 5 and a third. He only thing negative of that is the pitch count got high pretty quick. So he threw the heck out of the ball. Very pleased with how he threw.
Jackson and Matt King, a couple of really good nights. Jackson was really frustrating last couple of bats yesterday. What do you feel was his switch today to get things going?
Just being more aggressive to his pitches. I think he didn't waste much time in his first at bat, and second at bat he got the pitch he was looking for and went after it. So you know, that's when he's going good. He's not thinking too much. He just gets up and gets a pitch he can handle and goes on.
What's the switch for Matt recently? Last 2 nights he's been pulling the baseball.
Just made a little small mechanical adjustment with him, and it's allowed him to get the bat head to the zone better.
You had a couple good plays at third. How are those guys at the corners just brought some consistency to the infield with the middle guys changing a lot?
You know, it's we've missed New Contradas over there defensively at third base, and nice to have him back. He makes plays that I don't see a whole lot of third basemen in the country make. So he's pretty solid over there with what he does defensively, and you know, regardless we put in the middle, I mean, those guys are playing great defense, whether it's Matt King or Jax Ryan or Kyle Walker or Beckett Zavorik, or you know, any of those guys we're putting in there playing great defense in the middle too. So just trying to find the right mix with the bats in there. King is starting to swing it like he's capable of. Jack's had a few good at bats tonight. Zavorik's been having good at bats, and like I've said all along, Kyle Walker's had good at bats. Just hasn't had a lot of results that he wants. But and we'll keep mixing those guys in.
Josiah, you told us yesterday, nursing an injury, still you gave him the start today behind the plate. Was there anything you saw, just lingering issues from that?
Nothing injury-wise. So he just was a little bit off today on the swing. But yeah, nothing injury-wise.
Randy Garza got the start at DH. How have you seen that trio of catchers just come in and perform?
He hasn't had as much time as he's wanted to behind the plate. Trying to mix him in there and keep him so much as sharp as we can. You know, it's tough. I can only in the right 9 guys in the lineup, and wanted to get him in there today. I felt like he's been taking a lot better batting practice lately and swinging the bat better. You know, the last one on the screws, just again right at the guys. So tough to complain about when you're hitting on the screws right at guys.
Last 2 nights, 4 for 26 with runners in scoring position. What's got to be the difference for this group on Sunday to hit big spots and pull spots?
You know, just remain confident. You know, it's been a tough past couple of days. We're getting guys on. We're just not cashing in the way we want to, and you know, we just got to continue to stay confident, stay aggressive.
Coach, your bullpen's shine at some moments this year and struggle in others. What do you make of where they're at right now compared to where they're at last year at this exact same time?
I can't remember last year at this time how we were. I've kind of not trying to be a smart ass. I can't hard to remember the guys we had. You know, and I'm more focused on the guys we got this year. And we, you know, at times they've been outstanding and really electric, and other times we've scuffled a little bit. So, you know, bottom line, we have the pieces to do it. We just have to continue breathing positivity into these guys and trying to put them in the right situations. Ultimately, somebody's gonna have to come in tough situations and be able to get us out of there and get the last 3 outs or last 6 outs. But we're still, trying to find that mix of who's gonna be those guys in the back end.
Kean took a nasty little spill there in the 8th inning. Is everything okay with him? Was there anything you saw off that play?
He's a tough kid, he's fine.
Back end for Tyler Hennish, their reliever, 4 scoreless frames. Zay said there wasn't really anything, crazy that he saw from him. Is there anything that you saw from him in the back half?
He kept us off balance pretty well. We had some pitches to hit, it looked like, but I don't know if guys got a little bit too big or pull happy. I'll have to go back and watch it again. But he kept us off balance, changed speeds, had looked like he had some good late movement on his pitches. So he had us off balance.
It's been frustrating the last couple of nights. How do you keep emotions from kind of boiling over, given it's still only 3 weeks into the season?
No, I mean, you just said it, 3 weeks into the season. Yeah, I mean, of course, these last 2 games sting. They sting a lot. We expect to win those games, and we had every opportunity to come away with wins, and you don't. So what can you do about it? We're disappointed. Obviously, we're frustrated with it, but we can't let that affect what we have going in here. I believe in these guys. They're a good group. They're resilient. They keep bouncing back. They keep fighting. You're not going to see these guys cash their chips in, especially on week 3.
Jaden Alba going tomorrow. A couple really good starts for him in the first 2 outings this season. What are you hoping to see from him tomorrow?
Just give us an opportunity to win a game. Stay in there as long as you can, and throw a lot of strikes. Hopefully keep these guys off balanced and give our offense a chance to get going.
Didn't use a ton of bullpen arms tonight. It's still pretty light. How do you feel about the depth of the bullpen coming in tomorrow?
We'll evaluate, see where they're at tomorrow, but I think we should be and have enough guys to hopefully get us to the finish line tomorrow. So we'll see who's bounced back from Friday and who's ready to go tomorrow, and guys that we haven't used that are chomping at the bit to get in there. Hopefully, if there's right situations we can use some guys, we will. At the end of the day, we've got to do whatever we can to salvage the last game here tomorrow.
How did you feel about Cobra's inning? Looked like he really had a good variety of pitches coming in there, hit in the mid-90s, but then also was able to drop one in at 79.
Yeah, he's that's the biggest thing for him right now is kid's got a tremendous arm, but I mean even in college at 96, 97 miles an hour, you got to have something to go with it. He has stuff to go with it. He just hasn't been landing it, and tonight he landed the breaking ball a little bit better. Still has a much firmer slider that I'd like to see him land a little bit more, but I think it was a step in the right direction, being able to at least land one of those off-speed pitches tonight, and still gave up a run there, but guy made a great at bat on him, good piece of hitting. You can't fault him for that, but at the end of the day, it was hopefully a step in the right direction, confidence-wise for him.
I know that might be a Cardo question, but have you seen anything with the development of those pitches? How have you guys really emphasized breaking those pitches out for him, the off-speed stuff?
I can tell just kind of from watching him over the course of the year and the fall and the spring that it's dirty. It's really good. It's just a matter of being able to land it. And all these guys have really, really good stuff. It's just the bottom line is we got to be able to do it in the right situations and be able to come in and do it when it counts. And Will's confident. I'm confident in him, and he'll keep getting those opportunities. But I think the development of the breaking stuff has been good. Just trying to tweak it a little bit here and there and get it a little firmer at times, and flip the one in there for a strike earlier in the count, and then have a put away pitch too, other than 97 miles an hour. So sounds weird saying that, but like I said, these kids don't shy away from mid-90s anymore. They see it every day. There's a lot of good arms out in college baseball, so we gotta have something to go with it.
To land those pitches, do you think it's more of a mental thing or a physical thing?
I don't think either, really. I think it's just he hasn't landed them as consistently as he's wanted to, whether it's trying too hard or just hasn't landed it. some of that stuff too. We look back on the track man over his last few outings, and he's made some pretty dang good pitches that just unfortunately didn't go our way. But so I mean, I'm not worried about Will. He's just fine.
You said you take responsibility for putting Buxton in that situation tonight. Does that play at all into the factor of when you're going to try to get him out there next to try and get the taste of this out of his mouth?
No, we'll look for the right opportunity to get him in again, and I'm not hesitant to put him in. I'm just taking the responsibility off the freshman that hopefully is not going to lose confidence. Kid's got a good arm. He's one of the toughest guys to face. That our hitters have told me that, like, man, we just can't pick him up. He's just really, really dirty. And so I want him to remain confident. And like I said, I'll take it on my shoulders for that one, putting him in a tough spot. So, some of these freshmen, you'd like to give him softer landings, and he's had a few and done really, really well. He was the guy I wanted to go to right there. And again, very, very confident in him, because he has really, really good stuff. I thought he was the best guy to get us out of that jam, and said it didn't work out, and I'll take that.
Does that kind of play true for all the freshmen? You've had a lot over the last 2 years getting in big situations. Does that kind of play true, making sure that they don't lose confidence this early in their collegiate careers?
We had some bumps and bruises last year and last couple of years with younger arms, and part of it's the learning curve and trusting your stuff and working ahead in the counts. Those type of things are all big. They'll rear its head if you don't do those things, especially in big situations. So again, he's done a great job so far. I had confidence in him, and just tonight wasn't our night.